Hello friends, in this tutorial we will create a simple e-commerce project and we will use the React, Redux and TypeScript. So in this tutorial you will learn how to create a simple e-commerce project with a home page, with a product page with multiple categories, and you will have a cart page, and after clicking on any product you will have a detail page. And if you add any product in your cart, then you have increment and increment button with that to increment your product count quantity, and accordingly you will get the total summarized of the value of the whatever the quantity and the whatever the price. You will get all the price which will be going to the payment. So we will not go to integrate the payment, but here we will only have this up to this. Okay, so this will be a longer session, so we will describe in part wise. Okay, so we will start with a simple stack blades so that we can share this URL with you all. Okay, and for that we will start with the stackblades.com with a React TypeScript. Okay, so our aim is to create a simple e-commerce from the beginning so that you all can understand what is React and how can you use this in your project and how you can create a simple project if you are a beginner or you don't know about what is React. So I will describe an overview with when we do with the code. Okay, so let's start. First, what we have to do, we have to create a routing page so that we have multiple pages there. Okay, so we have one folder here, pages. Okay, and another folder here. So I don't need for another folder right now, so I will just create another page only here, like home page. So TSX, if you are a beginner, you can understand that TSX is the file extension, TypeScript extension or XML. Okay, you can say it TypeScript extension. Okay, now you remove the move these two pages. Okay, so pages will have home, then products, and one more you will have, that is cart. Now you can keep one more like product detail as well. So basically we have 4 pages here. Okay, now what we will do, we will create a route for these all pages. Okay, so we will have a route here, route.tsx, which will contain the routing. So inside this, what we will have, we will require the dependencies. So first we will check whether we have. So we will need React router and React router DOM. So basically we will need more React router DOM. Okay. Now what we will do, export. App route, I will name the app route. Okay. And this will return our routes. So we will have to import routes. Okay. So we have routes here. Okay. So we are using the routes and we will use the route, single route. Okay. with element, and whatever the element you will need, you have to pass it here, and you have a path here. Like for root, you will have home. So I will just create a home there. So in the pages, we will have one index file so that all the component will be exported from there only. Okay, so we will have only here export onto home component, and okay, so we will have props of any type. If you are using the TypeScript, then you have to pass the type as well. Okay, now what we will have to do, we will have to return something for home, some DOM element from for home. Okay, so we are writing welcome to demo e. Welcome to e-commerce. Okay, and here if it is not working, then you can use React dot fragment. Okay, and you have to import that React from React. Okay, so we will format this like this. Okay, so our component is ready and it has been exported. So in the index, we will export default as export home from home. Okay, okay, so we don't have default, we have only home there. So just don't name that. Or you don't give name. Okay, just export default. So we will import. Similarly, you will import export all like detail and products, and you will have one more cart page and even has detail page. Okay, so product. So what is the name? Products home detail cart. Products home cart and detail. Okay, so now our work is to create the component inside that all. So I am just copying this just to save our time. So later we will come to the UI. Welcome to cart. Okay, and then you have the detail page. Welcome to detail, and you have the product. Welcome to product listing. Okay, so we have multiple pages ready with us, and we have imported from the index file. So it's working. Now our work is to import the home from the import home from what is our folder name is pages, and I think page is there, pages and index. So home has been imported, and Okay, so this will have the closing tag here. Okay, and our one route is complete. So you can use the DOM as well. Let's router DOM, and what is the first very empty, but the current file is module considering adding import instead. So we are using the import. So there is some warning, we will check it later. And we have now products and detail, and we have cart here. So product from index, detail from detail page, and detail and cart. Okay. Just import. Okay. So we have the routes here, and we have cap route. Now our work is to create a header for the UI. So if you want to integrate the Bootstrap, you will just go to the Bootstrap W3 school example, and we'll just copy the all the links inside our index.html to integrate the Bootstrap to our application. Okay. Now what we will do, we will have to integrate a Bootstrap menu. So header menu. So you can also copy it from the W3 school. Okay. For simple. Okay, so we will use this one for the simplest. Okay, so we will have this one, and now we will use inside our header. So we will have some header here. Data.tsx and export. So we have this one, and you should have to replace all the class with class name and the anchor tag class name Okay. Okay, so we have some navigation menu. Okay, so we will call this one inside our index.tsx. So inside our index.tsx, we should have to add our header. So app is basically the main application, main component of your application. So what we will do, we will add the header here only. Okay, so we will have to import header from the okay. So we will have this header menu integrated with Bootstrap page 1, page 2, page 3. Okay. So now our work is to add routing here. Okay. So what you will have to do, we will have the app route. So copy this app route and you have to integrate it here. So you have to import. It's not default, so you have to write like this. Okay, so what we will do, we will write the app route here and we will add the browser router and we will wrap all this inside that browser router. Okay, so what we have did, so basically we have wrapped all the application inside this browser router so that you will get the components loaded on the routing. So we have the default route here like this and it is loading the home component. Welcome to demo e-commerce, which we have written in our home component. Okay, now what we will do, okay, so we will go to the header and we will use the link to and link and this will be the home. So link will be from the page router down. Similarly, you will have to use like this. So we should have product page and one will be the cart. We don't require this one because detail page will open by clicking on any product. Okay. So okay, product and cart will be there. Product cart, we have to check in our router. Products detail cart. So we should have products here, cart and home. Okay. Now you can check the routing is working properly. Okay. So in this part we have completed with a routing and we have three route: home, product and cart. Okay. So this is working fine and routing has been implemented successfully. Okay. So now what we have to do, we have to get some dummy data. Otherwise, you have to use the API to get the data for the products. We have some dummy data with me, as a JSON data. So we will just copy this. Okay. So we have a file log mock data dot, let's suppose tsx. Okay. So we will have export data equal to, okay, this is the dummy data for the products. Okay, so we are exporting default so that we can easily import. So we have some data with us. Okay, you can check. This is a data for one product. This is for another product. Similarly, we have multiple products. Okay, and in one product you can see we have a product name, best seller, true or false. Okay, so this is basically a flag which tells that this product is best seller or the recommended one. Okay, product image, description, SQID means unique ID for the product, price, category name, and category ID. So we have multiple category and multiple ID for this category. So like you can see it's for clothing. Next you can check with shoes, which ID is 2. Accessories ID 4. Similarly, I think we have 4 type of categories here with us, and we will use this data only to create the e-commerce. Okay, using the mock data. So now what we will have to do in home page. In home page, we will list some of the products whose flag best seller is true. So we have data with the flag best seller. So I will show only those products here whose best seller flag will be true. So you can check. Okay. So you can check whether anyone have true or not. So I have to check. So you can see we have 5 products which best seller is true, means these products are recommended. So the recommended or featured products we have to list on the home. So we will list some products here and all the products here with in the product listing with categories button, so that if you click on the category you will load only those category and we will have some cart. Okay, so come to the first page, home, to bind the data. Okay, so go to the home page and we should have a division and we will give some class of bootstrap like container, and inside that container we should have row. If you know bootstrap you can easily understand these class names, and then we have some columns. Okay, so what we will do, we will create the products. Okay, so just we will use the card bootstrap card to show a single product. So let's suppose this is the card, we will have to use this card. Okay, no, this node. We'll use it the profile card. Yes. Okay. So container and the image at bottom. Okay. Okay. So we will use this one, image at the top one, and we will use this division only. Okay. So we need to check first. Control Z. We will have some division with column. So class name equal to call md, and we will just give 3 to one column, and we will paste that one, and we will change this class to class, and image should have a closing tag. So now it's working. So in React you have to write the style like this, so you need to change this. Okay, is there anyone? So margin right. There is margin right. Okay. This one is here as well. Okay. So you see that we have a single card. Okay, you can say this is the card, and this column MD3, and we will set the image here. So there is no image. So right now we will just use the dummy image URL. Okay, so okay, check this URL on the another page. So you can see that our one card is ready. So I will just use this card to show the product name, price, and add to cart button. Okay. So what will we have to do is to change this one. Okay. So the best thing is, what is the best thing? The best thing is to separate this card component. Okay. So we will just create another separate component, and like you can just copy this one, and you will just have to create a new folder, common. So we will have common components here, and this one will be the product item or single item. Okay. So here we will have the single product column. Okay. So we will remove this one up to this one. Okay. And you will have to import so do we have something extra here? I think one day is missing. Okay. So we have done with the UI of the one item, single item. Okay. We will export default this item, and here in the home we will use this with our imported. Import, let's suppose item. I will name it item from common, and okay, this is inside any folder, so we will go outside, and then we will go common, and then common from common. In common, we should have to create the index file, but we will do that later. So we will write the product. Okay. So we will have products. Sorry, file the form product.tsx. We are inside the home, so we will have to go outside the pages, and we will have to go common and then product.tsx. So I think we are on. Let me check whether it's working or not. So it's not referencing that one. Okay, so I think there is some issue, or what is that? I have to check. Router is outside. Okay, inside pages we have this one. So we are here. Okay, and we have to go outside the pages. Then after we have to go common and product. I think the path is correct, but there is something issue. It's not showing any error. Okay, sorry. We have some word mistakes there. We have triple M there. Okay, so you can check on the browser right now. Okay, so we have a separate item component for this card. Okay, and now what we have to do, we will iterate that product which we have added as a mock data. So import data from our mock data. So it will be the outside. Yes. Okay. So we will use this data to iterate this all column. So data.map. Okay. So we'll format this one, and this will be the data, and this will be the index. Index will be of type number, and this will be of type any. And then after we will have multiple cards according to our data. So you can see we have multiple items. Okay. So now our work is to pass the data inside this as a props. So data equal to x. Okay, and here you have to pass the key. So this will be the sqid x.sqid. So item will have data. So we will have to go to the product and we will have props here. Inside the props, we should have data, and with that data, we will bind the product. So item data equal to props. Okay, and here we will bind item dot profile image. I think what is the name? Product image, and product name should be here. Item dot product name, and you will have product name with here, and you will have some price here. Price here. Okay, and here you will have add to cart. Okay, now check on the browser. Undefined reading product image. So what we have named in the props, we have to check that. Okay, sorry, we have used the data. So we will just use here only the item. Okay, you can see we have all the products ready with us, and all the images are loaded, and we have product detail, price, and add to cart. Now we have to write a CSS to handle the images. So element image styles. With 100% is okay. Okay, we will do it later. Okay, no issue. Okay, and now what we will have to do, we have to show only the products whose best seller flag is true. So what we will have to do, we will have to show only the products. Then what we have to do, then we have to here write here constant f data. F data is the new data. Then data dot filter. Okay, x implies x dot best seller. So we will get only the best seller data inside this f data filtered data. Okay, so you can say these all the products are best sellers. Okay, so all the best seller products has been filtered out on our home page. So our home page is ready right now. Our next aim is to add category buttons here as filter buttons, and we will list all the products according to the clicking event of that button. Okay, so in the next coming video we will discuss the same, so keep watching. We will immediately make the next video on that products listing page. Okay.